Welcome to Science Store online classes.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Welcome to Chemistry online classes. Today we are going to discuss about a new topic in atomic structure as a relationship between kinetic energy and wavelength of a moving particle. Relationship between kinetic energy and Okay, dear students, now we are going to study about this relationship between kinetic energy and wavelength of a moving particle. So we know that what is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is nothing but half mv square. Half mv square. So I will rearrange this equation. I will take v square to this side and it become m. See here, okay, 1 minute my dear students, wait. See, from this formula we know that what is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy means what? Kinetic energy is nothing but half mv square, that we studied earlier. So you have to derive a relationship between kinetic energy and wavelength. Okay, separate I will write here kinetic energy I will write. Kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Okay, what is wavelength formula? Wavelength formula is nothing but which one? Lambda is equal to h by mc. Correct? Lambda is equal to h by mv you can write or mc you can write. If it is a particle, if it is a photon, mc. If it is a particle, mv. So it is a moving particle. So you have to write mv. Correct? No. This is de Broglie equation. Lambda de Broglie equation. So you have to relate these two equations. Kinetic energy and wavelength. How it is related means, first I will rearrange this equation. I will get v square to this side and after that 2 ke, 2 into kinetic energy, okay, divided by m. Okay, that's the equation. So I will keep this v and square root is taken, both side squaring, it becomes okay, this square will get cancelled here, 2 ke square root divided by m. See, okay, here this is nothing but v value. What is that? V value. So this I will call equation 1. Squaring both sides is understood. Here it becomes square root of 2 ke divided by m. Here v value we got. Correct? Now my dear students, this is equation 1. Here this is equation 2. Substitute equation 1 value in equation 2. Substitute equation 1 in equation 2. What you will get? You are substituting, you will get here lambda is equal to h divided by m. V value is what? Root of ke divided by m into v. Correct? This equation root of okay v are substituting, sorry, root of See, m into v value substituting. What is v value? Root of square root of 2 into kinetic energy divided by m. Okay. Now here square root is there, means m square, that means m, one m and another m get cancelled, and here it gives h is equal to h divided by root of 2 kinetic energy into m. See, here one m and another m get cancelled, here one more m is there, m square it becomes. If you take this m outside, it becomes m square, correct? No. So one of the m and another m get cancelled. Okay. This is the equation. This is a relationship between kinetic energy and wavelength of a moving particle. Please learn. First you have to write the equation of kinetic energy and de-Broglie equation of wavelength, and you have to rearrange this equation. You will get to v value. V value square root of this one, root of 2 into kinetic energy divided by this particular, and you are arranging this one, substitute v value, you will get this one. Okay, my dear students, now we are going to derive one more derivation of Bohr's postulates of quantization of angular momentum from de Broglie relation. It's not that we already discussed about this angular momentum, mvr is equal to h by 2 pi. It's a quantized property. H by 2 pi means it is quantized. So we already discussed about this particular h by 2 pi in the form of n into h by 2 pi, correct? No, this is nothing but m means mass with the electron moves, understood? V means velocity with which it moves, r means radius. So I will write you, see my dear students, here look at this. This is nucleus, electron is moving around this nucleus. In which nature? It is in waveform. How it moves actually? It moves up and it comes down, it moves up, it comes down, it moves up, that means spin like this. This is movement actually. Okay, see, if you can ask, where is electron? Electron is here, 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 like this, electron movement. So totally you are getting one circumference, correct? No, in spherical way it moves actually circular path. So you are considering that movement in a circular path. So here one equation is given. That equation is nothing but circumference of the orbit, circumference of the orbit, integral multiple of its wavelength, integral multiple of its wavelength. So what you understand by this particular circumference of the orbit, integral multiple of its wavelength? What you understood? My dear students, circumference of the orbit is an integral multiple of B, an integral multiple of its wavelength. It's given actually. What you can understand by this? That is important. Circumference, you know that, correct? Circumference. So this is actually circumference C 2 pi r, circumference of a circle, correct? No, circumference of a circle, total space, total. So already we discussed, when that electron moves with the velocity, electron moving in a circular path with the mass m and velocity v and radius is r. Radius is r. Velocity v. Radius is r. Okay, listen carefully. If I ask what is the angular momentum of an electron at this point, means you can say that it is mass of that electron at that moment and velocity of that electron at that moment and radius from this to this. Correct? So if I ask what is angular momentum of an electron at this point, so mass at this point, velocity at this point and radius from the nucleus to this one at this point. So wherever, if I ask at this point, means at that point angular momentum is quantized, MVR value is quantized. Correct? No, quantized means a particular value is there, it is fixed. MVR at that point it is fixed. Correct? So every way, if I ask what is the electron angular momentum at this point, means distance from here to here, you have to check distance from here to here and mass at that moment and velocity with which this moves, electron moves. That means in each point angular momentum is quantized. Understood? Each point angular momentum is quantized. That is the first point. Remember, in each point angular momentum is quantized. MVR value is quantized. It is fixed. H by 2 pi. H by 2 pi. So, as I already mentioned here, electron moves like waves. Moving particle, it has both the properties. Particle property also there, along with the wave nature also there. See, imagine this is an electron moving and it reaches here and it reaches here, reaches here, reaches here, reaches here, reaches here, reaches here, reaches here. See, electron momentum you see. So speed with which moves actually electron like this. Well, okay, that momentum, how it looks actually? It looks like a momentum like this. Correct? But if I ask at this point what is the electron movement, it looks okay on a particular point under microscope it looks like what? Particle. But while it moves like a wave. Correct? No. So continuous movement is there, so you cannot distinguish this particular. But same time, if you are observing using one microscope at this point, if that electron is coming at that point, that momentum is stopped. At that point you are finding means electron is in the form of particle. Correct? No. So you are keeping one microscope here. At this point is electron looks like a particle. Whether you can see this one momentum? No. When it is visible, at that point that looks like a particle. When it moves like a wave. So while moving, which one forms? Wave. That means wavelength. You know that one wave means one troughs and crust, one wave. So electron momentum leads to many trough and crust, that means many number of wavelength forms. Clear? Electron momentum leads to many number of trough and crust. That means here trough crust formation is there. So but that momentum, that moving of electron like this, here to here, trough and crust, it form a circumference. Correct? Circle. It form, it movement like this, circle, like this. So you can calculate circumference for this one, total momentum, how much is there, sorry, how it moves actually in the form of, what we call, it creates one circle. That means you have to calculate circumference. Circumference of the orbit. So this become orbit now, correct? No, this become orbit. Orbit means what actually? Electron move in a circular path. It is called orbit. So how it moves actually? It moves like a wave, but in a circle. So circumference is formed now. Circumference of the orbit is a integral multiple of its wavelength. Integral multiple of its wavelength. How much big circumference it forms? See, so for example, I will show you. Imagine this is nucleus. Electron momentum is like this. It forms a small circle. If waves are very big and that momentum is like this, then it forms big circle. So circumference increases. Here circumference is smaller, here circumference is medium. That circumference is depends on what? Circumference depends on, see, circumference of the orbit. That means that movement is considered as an orbital momentum. Okay, because it moves like a circular path. Circumference of this orbit. That means circumference means when you consider a circle, total space in that one is called circumference. Okay, that circumference, it depends on what? It depends on integral multiple of its wavelength. Integral multiple of its wavelength. That means if only one wave is there, it is small fall. One wave, it is very difficult to draw. Okay, don't imagine only 3 waves are there. 3 waves. 1, 2, 4 wave, right? Okay, 4. Okay, 4 waves. Okay, 4 or 5. Leave it. That means 4 waves is there, means it form a small circle. It's nothing but a small circumference. So circumference increases with the increase in what is wavelength. So circumference is total space in a circle. Understood? Total space in that particular circle. So how big it forms circumference? It depends on wavelength. Number of waves increases, more is the number of integral multiple of its wavelength. That is nothing but circumference C is nothing but 2 pi r. It is mathematical, pure mathematical formula, circumference 2 pi r. I am not going to derive this circumference formula. Okay, see, this 2 pi r, it is depending on what? Integral multiple of wavelength, n into lambda. I will write integral multiple. If one wave is there, 1 into lambda. 10 wave is there, 10 into lambda. 20 waves are there, wavelength is 20 into lambda. It depends on n integral multiple. Integral means n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Understood? Number of one wave, for example, here to here. 1 wave, 2 wave, 3 wave, 4 wave, 5 wave, 6 wave. Total 6 wavelength is there. So here it becomes 6 into lambda. Understood? So circumference is depends on number of wavelength like this. Integral multiple of wavelength. More number means if big waves are forming like this, circumference is big. If smaller wavelength and forms smaller circumference, it depends on what? Integral multiples of wavelength. Okay, my dear students, this is clear. That means electron moves in a circular path, but it moves like a waves. Moves like a waves. That means if the movement is bigger like this, it forms bigger circular path. It is nothing but circumference increases. It depending on what? Wavelength. So it is given circumference of the orbit be an integral multiple of its wavelength. So circumference formula derived from mathematical formula C is equal to 2 pi r, and 2 pi r it depends on what? Integral multiple of wavelength. N is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Clear? Okay, my dear students, now using de Broglie equation, according to de Broglie equation, lambda is equal to h divided by mv. Lambda is equal to h divided by mv. So I will substitute this I will consider as a 2, this is equation 1. So I will substitute 2 in 1, 2 in 1, what you are getting? 2 pi r is equal to n into, what is lambda value? H by mv, n into h by mv. So I will rearrange this equation. I will get mvr is equal to n into h by 2 pi. So which equation it is? This equation is nothing but angular momentum is equal to n into h by 2 pi. Angular momentum is quantized. Now it shows that angular momentum is quantized. So here derivation of Bohr's postulate of quantization of angular momentum from de Broglie relation. Understood? De Broglie relation gives Bohr's. So this is de Broglie equation. Which one? This one. From using this de Broglie equation, what we derived actually, this is Bohr's quantization. Of angular momentum. So we derived an equation for Bohr's quantization of angular momentum using what? This equation refers de Broglie equation. That's what? Derivation of Bohr's postulates of quantization of angular momentum from de Broglie relation. De Broglie. So what it says actually, this angular momentum of electron in its orbit is fixed, is quantized. Understood? In a particular orbit it is quantized. See, one electron is moving in this particular orbit. In this orbit, you check here, you will get the quantized same value. Understood? That is called angular momentum is quantized. Okay, but see, in this orbit it is quantized. If you are considering one more orbit, so if this electron in this particular orbit, in that orbit it is quantized. That means fixed value for this orbit, fixed value for this orbit. And one more, in that electron, this electron I will name as a Kumar electron in third orbit. If it circulates like this, everywhere it circulates, correct? No, like this it circulates. When this electron remains in this third orbit, its angular momentum mvr value is fixed. Understood? Now I will in second orbit I will name one more. Such an electron in second orbit, it is moving, it remain in second orbit. Until it remain in its second orbit, its angular momentum is fixed with the fixed energy. Okay, like that. Each orbit having a particular angular momentum, it is quantized. So we can get a relationship between derive a relationship between de Broglie equation. Using de Broglie equation, what we derived? Bohr's quantization of angular momentum equation. It is possible. In general, what they want to say means, in a particular fixed orbit, electron angular momentum is quantized. If electron in second orbit, in that second orbit, electron orbital angular momentum is quantized. In third orbit, electron angular momentum is quantized. Okay.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.